First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who feed us in this truth continually. Salutations to the Akim out there pushing this word as the hopeful elect. And salutations also to the few sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom. Now, the reason I wanted to get into this video, I was at work yesterday, in the staff lounge, and there was a teacher there that was talking about the NIDS system, and she was saying that it's an invasion of our privacy, and she's not gonna take it. She's rather starve, and other teachers were echoing the same sentiment, and I've heard other whispers about it, other people's venting the same distrust in the system, the same rejection of this new national identification system that Jamaica is about to implement. Right, the bill was passed recently, and we're gonna get into a few articles, just to bring out, the overall sentiment of people towards NIDS system and what it is. So here we go. First article is from Jamaica Cleaner, right, and it was published on Saturday, November 11. Right, so it says the heading is "Silent Protesters Rip Proposed NIDS." Right, so it says while they were not the placard-bearing rowdy bunch, the scores of persons who lined the precincts of Garden House, which is the House of Parliament, on Friday, in disapproval of the proposed national identification system, did not mince their words. The consensus among the group of religious leaders, human rights advocates, tertiary students, and civilians that gathered is that the mandatory system is a breach of privacy, a basic human right. Pastor of the Portmore Holiness Christian Church, Bishop Alvin Bailey, said that the government was not sending a positive message by choosing to proceed with the bill without engaging major stakeholders and citizenry. Now, what these mainstream people don't understand is that the government has no choice but to go through with the bill, right? Because this is the direction in which the entire world is moving, right? This is setting up the framework for the RFID microchip, the Internet of Things, and the 5G network, Jamaica needs a centralized database for its citizenry, We don't have that. In order for us to be incorporated into the RFID chip system, right, into the 5G network or the Internet of Things, there needs to be a central database for the biometric data, right, the financial data, the health records, everything, business records, everything. There has to be a centralized database for the citizens of Jamaica. So this is a must, This is mandatory. This is not a choice. So that voting on the bill was just a sham, right? It has to pass, Right? It says any system that has to do with accountability is one that the church and the Jamaican people would in fact support. But anything that breeds suspicion would be a cause for concern, and there are to be questions locally, especially as persons are asking questions internationally. That those persons who are hell-bent on pursuing it without due process take time to convince us that there's nothing to be suspicious about. And, well, they're going to do that. They're going to try their very best to do that, So this other paragraph here, the heading says, it's going to re-enslave us. A citizen who goes by the name Shekemt, right, that sounds like one of them Egyptologist men, was explicit in stating that the national identification system being debated in the nation's parliament is going to re-enslave us as a people. It is a situation where the government is being paid $68 million by the United States to carry out this atrocity against its own people. The Jamaican government cannot sell its people on the auction block. You've been already sold, You've been already belong to the enemy, to the so-called white man. It should not be entertained at all. It needs to be totally discredited. What we need to do is look at the systems we have in place right now and empower them in such a way that it doesn't invade the privacy of Jamaicans and allow them the freedom that God and rational human beings intended for us all. Hey, the thing is, this system is going to eradicate all notions of privacy, The so-called white man, his whole agenda is to be omniscient, all-knowing, and that includes knowing about every detail of your life, That's what this 5G system is about, this Internet of Things system is about, right? That's what all the AI that he's developing is about. That's what the RFID microchip system is about. It's about total surveillance, total control, yo. And there's no way you can get out of it, yo. Right? The only deliverance from this will be the Lord himself, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, yo. And there are people who will be put to death for not taking the chip before the Lord comes, yo. Right? So it says Jamaicans for Justice spokesperson Susan Goff reasoned that while her organization was not opposed to a national identification system, it was not content with the nature of the bill before the parliament. Right? So let's look more about information on the bill itself. Right? So this is again from the Jamaica Observer. Jamaica wins the passage of the NIDS law in the Senate. Right? It says the National Identification System Bill a short while ago. The National Identification System Bill a short while ago successfully passed the Senate, despite what leader of government business, Salakia, right? It says, despite what leader of government business Senator Kamina Johnson Smith said was strong obstruction by the opposition. In hailing the passage of the bill, Johnson Smith noted, despite challenges, the interest of the majority of Jamaicans won the day. I thank the many members of the society who participated in the formulation of the law. Right? So this part is where I wanted to highlight. I mean, I'm going to post the videos so that, you know, brothers can read them. But this last paragraph here, it says, Johnson Smith further urged Jamaicans to pay close attention to the public education program that has begun to look